What up, visionaries? So, on today's very first episode, we're gonna talk about how to start your own trucking company as a side hustle and kind of scaling it up to being something much larger and hopefully something that can take you away from your current W-2 if that's something you'd be interested in. So, this episode I'm gonna talk about it in 3 steps. This is gonna be 3 steps to starting your own trucking company in less than a month. So, step one, create you an LLC. This is going to separate who you are and what your business is. You're going to create a separate entity to invest in this. You're not going to name this after yourself. You're not going to use your personal information for your business. You're going to literally create a separate business for your company. If you do not know how to do this, there are sites that can walk you through, or if you would like to do it right the first time and you need somebody to help you, I offer this service for about $100, where I offer a consultation, literally walk you through step by step, even give you a calculated template of exactly how to do this. And you can start this yourself. It's just about, I think Texas has like a $300 state fee to do this or something like that. So with that being said, it costs you about $300 to $400 starting up to create an LLC. That's it. Step two, you want to apply for an MC and DOT numbers. These numbers kind of give you what they call in the trucking industry authority. Authority gives you a way to make money and commercially in this industry. So you can't really make money if you don't operate on authority, because you have to operate under a system, and that system has their own regulations. So you can't just be out here driving your trucks or stuff for money, working for people, because unregulated, if that makes sense. So that's why you have to apply for this, so they can regulate you. They give you an MC and DOT number. These are your stamp number. This is like your employee ID if you were to be at a job. So you apply for these numbers. This also is in the range for about $300 to $400. You get this, and you now have authority. That does not require you to have a CDL. That does not require you to have any trucking experience. You literally apply for it and pay for it, and they give it to you. There are no real hoops to jump through. There is no background check. There's none of that. You apply for it, and they pretty much give it to you. So after you get it, the only thing left to do, step 3, is to purchase commercial insurance, which is very and extremely similar to car insurance. They're about the same deductibles, the same premiums. They're just on a larger scale because they know you're at a higher risk to do something if you're constantly going to be in the car. See, they know when you purchase a car that you're going to be in the car a lot, but you're not using it. You're not technically using it for work. When you purchase a high-valued vehicle, a vehicle that you've already explained, and they know you're going to use it for work because you're purchasing it commercially, you wouldn't dare pay something more expensive if you weren't going to do it. So they know you're using it for work. They know it's a higher liability for something to happen for you to pull a claim. So the price is more expensive. It's not crazy expensive, depending on, again, how you're going to tap into this is you can use someone else's equipment, someone else's personal information, driver license. All this is going into a motor vehicle record, like an MVR. This doesn't get deep into someone's credit. This doesn't get deep into, background check. They just go check, hey, that's why so when I purchased commercial insurance for my business, I had like a 60-year-old guy with, a regular pickup truck and a 30-foot trailer. So the insurance wasn't that much. We only had to pay like $1,000, with this other company kind of helping us that we use as a factoring company. $1,000. So I don't know if you calculated the other 2 things that I've said with that, but if you have $300 to $400, another thing that costs $300 to $400, and something else that may cost $1,000 to $2,000, you're looking at pretty much $1,800 to $2,800. Let's just say we're looking at $3,000. That's all it could take right then and there. That's why you don't have to do this by yourself. You can I had a partner. I partnered with somebody. So though like I said, I kind of flipped my refund check to get this. I didn't have to flip nowhere near half or most of it because I got in with a partner. And like I said, I have a company that we use as a factoring company. I'll explain what that is later. But I give that company out too and information to let them know, like, hey, this company, I don't know why I'm saying that company. It's called the Truck Bookkeeping Service. So they're based out of Oklahoma. So that company right there can help you get your commercial insurance. They can help you pay for half of it, and you just pay them back over time. But when you purchase that and you have your MC and DOT number, the only thing you're now doing is waiting. Because when your DOT number comes back, it takes about 24 to 48 hours. Once it's live, you can literally start work that day. So you can work literally as soon as it comes back, you can go pick up for something. The only thing about a DOT is you have to stay in your home state. That's why you're waiting for the MC number. The MC number is what allows you to cross outside state lines. When you have an MC number, you can go to Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, those other surrounding states, and all the way to the coast. With my company, we touched all 48 states multiple times. The only reason we didn't go to Alaska or Hawaii is because, can't drive over water or ice. And, I wasn't trying to have none of that. So with that being said, I didn't know it could happen that fast too. So I was a little unprepared when I first started, but when I got things going, I got the ball rolling. So again, we're talking about about $3,000. Most people, when they get their refund checks up, especially about the age range that I am and my friends and people I kind of converse with, most of them get about that, or if not like a lot more than that. So with that being said, I'm kind of sorry, I keep using spaces of words. And saying I really hate saying but $3,000 isn't that much, and that's all it pretty much takes. Again, you do not need a CDL. You do not need trucking experience. Now that you own your own trucking company, you can hire guys who have this stuff, and all you have to do is insure them and the equipment. That's it. You hire a guy who has a truck and a trailer, and you put them under your insurance, and then they go work. You go hire your dispatcher, you dispatch loads, and then they go work for you and you get paid. When the check goes through for that company that you did work for, it's your job to kind of pay the driver, but their job paid you. So if you get what I'm getting at, you spent $3,000 to really run a business in less than 21 days, or at 21 days, because that's how long it takes for your MC to become active. So in less than a month, you have a company just like that. So when that happened to me, that was something that was a huge, because not only was this was my first attempt at making money. I tried to do like bounce houses before, but that was with me making it. Me driving around, putting up bounce house and cleaning and doing that. When I saw that you can make this kind of money with somebody else doing the work, and yeah, you work out a percentage where I ended up having to pay drivers a lot more than I should have, and the company didn't make that much. But I was like, I didn't have to do anything. This was from making either phone calls or simply being on the computer. Like, I learned how to dispatch. I learned how to negotiate with brokers. I learned how to communicate between drivers and trying to hire dispatchers, hire different personnel to implement these systems in. And that just came with the experience of learning, because I tried to do a lot of things by myself that I really couldn't do too well, because I didn't realize how many systems needed to be in place and how you want to really be ahead of the game. So this episode 1 was kind of the first steps of just me putting out there, this is how you do this. This is how you come in the game. This is how you can involve yourself in the trucking industry in less than a month. This is an $800 billion annual revenue industry. So there is a lot of money in this game. You do not only have to be behind the wheel. That's why in the next episode, I'm going to give out the other career opportunities that trucking offers. Like I said, this episode was 3 steps on how to be a fleet owner. The next episode, we're going to dive into how to, become a fleet owner, become an owner operator, become a pilot car, become a freight broker, a freight dispatcher. We're going to talk about all these opportunities on how you can get involved, which doesn't technically involve you needing a CDO or trucking experience. You can come in, hit the ground running, and get some money. All right, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Look.